Hi everyone,
I'm Mike, and this is
and
Max.
I'm Max. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
name.
This is Max, and Mike plays Fire Emblem. We're going to be playing Effie Shadow Dragon. This is the 11th installment of the series. It's a remake of the first one. We would have played the first one, except the English translation patch is awful. If you're any fan of Fire Emblem, you know it's really bad.
Has nobody done a better one like ever?
No, it's one of those things that because the translation patch takes so long to do.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's a direct translation rather than any attempt to actually improve what you're reading. It doesn't
Yeah, I guess
really...
that's why they
Yeah.
leave it to professionals.
Yeah. So we are going to be playing on Hard 2 today. Max has never played this before, so jumping straight into Hard 5 would be unfair. What with permadeath and everything.
Be a shame to lose all your units in Chapter 1.
It would, and I've played Hard 5 a few times, and yeah, difficult.
Is it fun difficult or just stupid difficult?
Bit of both. It depends if you like the challenge, really.
Ah, okay.
Alright, so let's jump straight into things. So, Medeus is the Shadow Dragon, nice and easy. Yeah, you can read this out. This is going to be new for you.
Long ago, Medeus, king of the Dragonkin, yeah, that's right, conquered the continent of Arcania, giving rise to an age of fear and despair for all its people. Damn, bro, this guy sucks. That tyranny was broken, however, when an unlikely hero intervened. A young man hailing from the Altia region appeared with a divine blade in hand. That's Marv's sword.
The Falchion
Fang
is
of
here.
Dragon and Blade of Light locked in battle, and in the end, Blade prevailed, the vampire hunter. For some time after, the land enjoyed an age of peace. However, after a century's passing, the Shadow Dragon returned. He forged an alliance with a fiendish sorcerer who sought to rule the world. And their combined might toppled kingdom upon unsuspecting kingdom. Again, darkness threatened to engulf the continent. This is sounding very familiar.
I wonder why.
It fell upon the king of Altia, sole descendant of the Dragon Slayer hero, to sally forth with the divine blade and fulfill his blood destiny. But he was betrayed by his neighbour and ally, Gra. Oh, that was the full name. I thought it was like getting cast. And both king and kingdom fell.
No, Gra's the name of the bad guy country.
Gra. Altia's prince, Marth, escaped the castle and found refuge on the Isle of Talis. But at a dear cost, his sister stayed behind to buy his freedom. What the fuck, yo?
This is what we miss in the prologue, so you don't actually get the prologue chapter in hard mode. It's reserved solely for normal mode.
Oh, so you play through that?
Yeah, you play through a couple of prologue chapters. You get to sacrifice a couple of characters to make it out alive.
Bro, pretty cool. Marth, Prince of Altia, was lucky. Doesn't sound it, I mean.
Right.
Though Dollar took from him his kingdom and all but a handful of knights, they could not take his life. Marth lived and made it to the eastern Isle of Talis. Talis was a small border kingdom with no grand order of knights to boast of. But its king selflessly gave Marth use of the Isle's eastern fortress. And as he saw the boy shake with anger and grief, he also gave wise counsel. Prince Marth, he said, I do not doubt you love your sister something great. But you must be patient. Time is on your side. If you stay here and grow stronger, a time will come when you can help her. So Marth stayed in Talis, protected by its kind people, and the years went by.
Bam. Chapter 1.
I mean, he looked kind of like as old as he gets there, I'm not going to lie.
Bam. Pirate invasion.
Classic pirates.
Oh.
Walking from the sea.
Oh. And that's Cedar.
Who's that? Yo. Find out about Cedar. Jagan. Sire, you have a visitor from the castle. It's Princess Cedar. Cedar, what is it? You look white as a sheet. Yeah, you have to do Cedar's voice.
Oh god, no, I'm not doing that.
Come on.
Uh,
Come quickly, it's the castle. Cowardice pirates attacked from out of nowhere. See, man, you could have been doing that voice.
I
You
could
give
have
it a go,
been.
go on.
No, I'm not doing
Oh,
that.
what?
I'm not doing it. No.
the gates and cut down everyone in their path. I fear for my father's life.
It's better when you do it.
Steady, Cedar. You did well to come find us. Altia's bravest knights aren't about to hand Talis to that flock of seafowl. Come, we'll make for the castle now.
Bam.
Whoa, look at all these units.
Units. Right, so before we start, let's have a quick talk about this game. So, Shadow Dragon and by necessity, both Fire Emblem 1 and 3, every chapter is a siege chapter. So Marth has to make his way to the entry point every single time. So
Really?
aside from him being, the Lord,
Yeah.
and you can't die no matter what, you also need him to sort of head straight there and get there to beat the mission. So there's that to worry
That's
about.
wild.
Yeah, you've also got the villages. Marth is the only one that can do the villages too, so his movement's kind of restricted. So you can't just wander in, you can't like run in with your paladins or your Pegasus Knights and close the villages off.
Do you only get items from villagers, or do you get units? Ever?
You can get some recruits, you get items, you get gold, valuable
Nice.
information, story and lore. So yeah, as you see, Cedar cannot take this village.
Pissed.
It's
But
Marth
Marth
only.
can.
Marth is also the walking convoy.
Yep. Makes
So
sense.
unlike the originals where you had to, it was a building that you had to deploy and it costed gold. Same with
Well, yes.
Merlinus in FE7.
What the
Marth-
fuck? You had to deploy the convoy in
Yeah.
the original?
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Right, so we've got a slew of units. I'm not going to spend too long talking about them, but obviously we're going to have to get you introduced to them somehow. So we'll start with Marth.
I know Jagan's the Jagan.
Yeah, Jagan spawned an entire archetype of really strong early to mid game units but fall off in the late game. But because this game introduces both reclassing and forging, Jagan actually becomes a bit of a monster in the late game. Just when he's about to start falling off as a paladin, you can reclass him to a Draco Knight. So not only does he get
Oh.
a flying mount, he basically shores up by giving him extra bases. His growths are pretty bad. That's why he falls off, because he's not likely to get very many good level ups.
Yeah.
But you see, he has the standard Silver Lance Jagan archetype
very
weapon. It's going to be pretty invaluable for the first few chapters. Marth is pretty mediocre as combat units go. He's got decent growth rates, but his base stats are absolutely abysmal. Playing on hard 5, he gets doubled by pretty much everything. And if not, then he takes like 90% of his HP. It's not
Ooh,
good.
That sounds pretty
Um,
tough.
because
he has to do everything.
Yeah, exactly, considering he's got to run to the villages and the seas for the throne at the end. He is class locked. He doesn't reclass. He's just a lord.
wow.
There's no great lords or anything that you might be familiar with from later on down the line. So he never gets a horse. And he never gets access to anything other than swords, which is a big problem because this game's main enemy type is lances. Obviously, once we
This
get
whole
through
game
the...
is just fuck Marth, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. It's really bad for him. Like I said, he can get really good with growths, and because this game does put more of an emphasis on effective damage, and he has a rapier, so he does all right when it comes to combat with sort of like your big bads.
And naturally, I guess this is kind of a spoiler, but he gets a falchion at some point, doesn't he?
He does. Obviously, that's going to help him take down the dragon. But the thing is at that point, the dragon is so strong compared to Martha that it's not worth fighting him.
Oh, right, okay.
We've got the Christmas.
It's kind of
yeah.
blown for him then.
Yeah, so we got the Christmas Cavaliers,
Yeah!
the standard red and green boys. In this
Whoa!
game, Abel is considered slightly better because the only real that's not what I wanted. The only real difference is his weapon rank. You can see that he's got a D in lances and an E in swords, whereas Cain
Yeah.
has a D in swords and an E in lances. But that means that Abel has access to the javelin on the first map, which is really helpful in taking the boss down because Mr. Gazak over here only has a steel axe and he doesn't move. So
And
you
our
can just
javelin's still a ranged weapon in this
Yes.
early on.
Yeah. I don't actually know how. There you go. Range 1 to 2. Yeah. So it's still
Nice.
it's still okay. So yeah. Apart from that, they're pretty much exactly the same. Kayn has an obscene luck growth. It's like 80%. It's crazy. So like crit rates and avoid rates are really good.
Nice.
But he does suffer with a lower HP and strength growth. So
Okay.
generally speaking, it's better just because Abel becomes slightly stronger. Also, because weapon rank is so hard to build in the game, you tend to find that
Yeah.
having ranks earlier on is just easier and gets you through the chapters. Next up is our boy Draug. He's the Armor Knight. He's a Lance Armor Knight. Sadly means he doesn't get access to any of the other weapons that you might expect. It means he's going to suffer quite hard in the early chapters against all the axes. Obviously, because he's an Armor Knight, he's really slow, so he's bound to get doubled by someone. If not multiple people, and him fighting the boss means he's not as tanky as you might want him to be.
I like his hair though.
Yeah, he's
What's
got
that
a
going
nice
for him?
hair. He does have the D rank in Lancers, means you can get javelins with him straight away. As you can see, there's an armory right here, so I might get
Ooh.
Jagan to go in there early on and pick up a javelin for Draug, and Sheeda as well, or Cedar, because the wing spear is basically the rapier, but for Cedar. We'll get to that in a mo. Gordon, ugh, this guy's bad. Archers in this game are not good.
Did
like,
they? It was only
it's chip damage.
Gaiden that had the crazy range, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So this game
yeah,
only has.
It's regular
Yeah.
1 to 2 range. He's good for chip damage and setting up kills, obviously, but you don't want to invest anything into him. He's got low base stats. He's got low growths. Like, there's not really much to say. He's walking trash.
So if anyone's going to die,
Yeah, if Gordon
Him.
dies, like, it is not worth resetting. Not really, because you pick up an archer in chapter 2, and he's much better. Only he's not an archer, he's
Wow,
a
this
hunter.
guy's, like-
It's slightly different.
practically planned to die.
Yeah, basically. There is the Fire Emblem anime where he's got some really good lines, really meme worthy.
Really?
Yeah, like I'll have to show you a clip later, or we might put something up on screen in post.
Yeah, you should. I've never seen anything from the Fire Emblem anime.
Oh mate, you're missing out. It's fucking hilarious. But yeah, so he's good in chapter 1 only because the bows are better than javelins.
Right. Okay.
Like you get higher hit, higher damage, but after that, like once Kayn and Abel pick up some levels, like yeah, Gordon really doesn't hold his own past like maybe the first chapter.
Poor Gordon, man.
Yeah, poor guy. Last up, Cedar. She is probably the best unit in the game.
Love it.
Obviously not right now because she's level 1 with 16 HP and is like made of paper. But
that's probably why you get a javelin, right?
exactly, you give her a javelin. But I mean, she's got decent base stats for a level 1, considering she's got 12 speed. Like she's going to double everything, and she will continue to double everything throughout the game. Her growths are good. The wing spear obviously is kind of insane because it's effective damage against armor and knights. Armor and horses. Can be reclassed.
So it's
Oh,
horse
sorry,
player
not
and armor player together.
basically, yeah. It's the lance version of rapier.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Obviously, yeah, she gets access to javelin straight away, which is really nice. She does have a low strength growth, but if you promote her, so while there are no promotion trees, so each unit can only promote to the unit directly above it. So, for example, cavaliers to paladins, knights to generals, archers to snipers, that sort of thing. Pegasus Knight has 2 choices. Can go to Draco Knight through the use of the Master Seal, or there is an Elysian Whip that can go to a Falco Knight. Or Falcon Knight, I can't remember which one it is. However, you probably do want the Draco Knight because it gives you like +5 strength on level up.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of crazy.
Are Pegasus Knights? Are the Pegasus sisters from this game?
I believe there is a set of Pegasus sisters.
So
Obviously, we'll see
were
when we get
this
there.
Early on.
Yeah.
So there's quite a lot of
I may
Pegasus
be
Knights
wrong.
then.
I may be wrong. But I'm not too sure. We'll see as we get there. You may notice we don't have a healer to start with.
Nope.
And we also don't have any healing items. So the first
So,
healer, the
no,
first healer
not-
we pick up is over here. This is where we get our first healer, Reese.
Well, it's nice they put all those enemies in between
Us and the
that.
healer. Yeah, exactly. So, first things first. Let's go to the village.
Prince Marth, 'tis good you stopped by. The villagers have collected 10,000 gold pieces. If it please you, use the money to arm your warriors and rid our land of those pirates. That was nice of him.
Free money.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Now I'm not too sure. I think this is because it's a remake. The gold is shared, whereas I believe
okay, that's cool.
previous it was like in FE4. You had to
So
worry
does
about
that
each
mean,
unit had its individual funds.
So could you send Jagan to get a javelin?
I can do. He's got 3 free slots, so I can pick one up for Draug and Cedar. I keep calling her Shida. It's because in the English translation patch of FE1, she was Shida and Draug was Doga.
Doga.
So I may incorrectly reference old names because I've played FE1 on the translation patch.
I wouldn't worry. It's like people
Yeah.
calling Aerith and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Kane can't wield a javelin, so we're not going to pick one up for him, but we will also get a javelin for Jagan.
Nice.
So let's do that.
Javelin City.
Javelin City, Javelin City.
What are them prices like? Well, that ain't bad. Wow, that really was
750.
a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's pick up 3 of these. No,
Love
we're
it.
good then. We don't have sort of what's referred to as Super Canto. So
Where you can move
yeah,
again.
Super Canto is referred to like basically you can do anything and then continue to move. So for example,
Yeah.
you attack, you can back out and equip a new weapon or visit a shop or something. Whereas in this, obviously, like resetting a shop, visiting a shop will just, end it anyway because that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
But let's see here, 91. So with the rolls, I don't know how much you know about old Fire Emblem games. There's things referred to as 1RN and 2RN, which is
I've never
basic.
heard those terms.
Okay, so basically what it is in the newer Fire Emblem games, hit chance is done by the roll of basically a D100. Random
Yeah.
number generator. But what it does is 1RN in the older games was designed that you would roll once and it takes that number and applies it. Whereas the newer games use 2RN where it rolls 2 dice, 2 D100s,
Yeah.
and then combines the average. So it makes low hit more punishing and less likely to hit, and higher hit more likely to. So we're basically, if you have high hit, you're more likely to get a hit, but if you're lower hit, you're less likely to. It's designed to sort of like make the easier chapters less punishing,
Oh, okay.
especially where they made the jump from. Again, so most of what I'm going to be comparing is FE4 because I've played that a lot.
Yeah.
You look at Marth or Cedar's got 16 HP, right? Whereas FE4 Chapter 1, your characters have 30 plus HP. The HP stat is much more inflated in that game. So using 1RN makes more sense because you don't have to worry about taking the extra hits because you've got so much HP there.
Right, yeah.
Whereas here there's so few, especially because we don't have a healer and we don't have any vulneraries. 2RN makes more sense, at least at this part of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Has any
visiting some
game like
houses.
sort of mixed out with both, or
Mm-mm. Not that I'm aware of, and I don't think that would be wise.
game always just rolls with one?
Yeah, I don't know how you'd make that work. It's one of those things. All right, visiting a house. Go, my voice actor.
Villages will keep their gates open for Prince Marth, but you must be quick. If a thief reaches a village before the prince does, there may not be any village left to visit. Well, that's
Pretty
scary,
ominous.
man. What a
Pretty
thought.
ominous. Right, yeah. So this is a nice feature they added. Is you get the danger zone. Danger
Highway
zone.
to the danger zone. Was this not in the original then? What game first added this?
I believe this is the first. This is the first time they
Really?
did that. Yeah.
Good decision.
Yeah. It just helps out with planning. Obviously, going back and checking every single enemy for what their range was before you made any kind of move was tedious. This is just safer.
I like this very good in-universe dialogue.
Yeah.
You need a high weapon level to wield the strongest weapons. Imagine someone coming up and saying that to you.
Yeah, right.
Another
What the hell's a
thing.
weapon level?
Flyers well away from those enemy archers. That's more reasonable.
Yeah. And then we'll get the last house with Draug.
The knight belongs on the front lines, if you ask me. That thick armor can take a lot of abuse, so they should be up front protecting the other units.
Good
Well, thanks
advice
to
if
your
you're
tact to
yeah,
it.
it's good advice if you're playing normal difficulty, but if you're playing hard 5, that is not the case.
Like how pirates just walk through water.
Yeah, right. So yeah.
Like I get what they're trying to represent, but
So we don't really want. I mean, what's that? 6 strength, and 7 defense isn't too bad. 13 attack. So if we let him attack one, it'll do. So like it'll do 6 damage if it hits. And I don't know. Yeah. So we got no avoid on. No avoid on the ruins or the plains, and the pirates get a 20 avoid from the sea tiles. So we're going to want them to come to us.
yeah.
I have no problem with leaving one of the cavaliers here. I'm probably going to leave Kane. I want to get Abel up the front so he can start.
Yeah.
Because Abel's just
Javelin
a tad better. I want him to get more levels. I will
And then
actually. Hang on
Kane
a
isn't
sec.
really at risk. Is he at risk because he's at 16 HP anyway?
He would take 6 damage from the pirate, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bring him up to this fort, get him healed, and I'm going to bring Jagan down and give him that javelin. Not the javelin. He wasn't the one with the javelin, was he? No, I needed to give
Yeah.
it to these 2 over here. Give the first one to Draug. And then I'll
Draug
bring...
is a really intense name.
Yeah, right? Like, kind of crazy. He just is so menacing.
Draug.
Gordon in, and then Cedar can pick up hers. So you can visit houses multiple times. There's absolutely no benefit to that. In later games, they did
Just central
decide to
station.
close out the houses once all of that was done. Is he going to double? He's not going to double. Yeah, that's good. That means we can get some kills set up for the rest of the guys.
For the weaklings.
Jagan's doing what Jagans do best. He does also have an iron sword. I believe that would help him double. Because obviously, attack speed based on weapon weight as well. Lance is really heavy. So did that pirate come up then? He did.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, I can actually now bring Kane over here as well. First of all, what do we got here? 5 HP can... Oh, I also might want to get... Oh yeah, you see she's doubling already.
Yeah.
I actually might want to get her an Iron Lance. We don't want to use up too much of the Wing Spear early on. That's probably something I should have done, but Jagan's inventory was
there any,
full when he did all of the armory stuff anyway.
Are there any, what do you call them, smithies to repair weapons in this game?
God, for the life of me. So forging, I know forging's a thing for definite,
Yeah.
but it's been so long since I've done this. I think they do repairers as well. But considering the wing spear is more of a unique weapon, it's either really expensive or they don't repair it. I can't remember.
Right,
I'm
yes, okay.
liable to be
Okay, hold
wrong,
on.
so take me entirely with a pinch of salt there.
If you're wrong, Mike, we're going to crucify you.
Sounds about right.
Collectively.
The internet is collectively going to... See, look, so the thing about Weapon Triangle, obviously we all know that it gives advantages to the user. What this game doesn't do is it does not give any debuffs to the person on the losing side. So as you see, this pirate with an axe still has like a 70% chance to hit me, even though
Or
I've got the Weapon Triangle
sort of nearly
advantage.
the same amount of damage as well.
Yeah, like it's really not as bad. Like obviously when we were talking about Marth, it's like it's not great, but it's also not that terrible because because swords have high hit anyway. It's one of those. I kind of want Cedar to go back and get an Iron Lance so we don't end up using the Wing Spear, because there's nothing on this map that needs it to be used. So I'm going to run her back, I think. 5
I mean,
HP.
why not? You got enough units up to do it.
Yeah, I think Gordon could get a kill here, but I really don't want to
Don't put him
start
there, though.
feeding.
You could put him.
Well, I don't
you
want
could
him.
put
I don't
where
want
Cedar
to.
is.
Yeah, but the thing
Feed
is,
him-
I don't
feed him
want.
XP, yeah.
I don't want Gordon to take too much away from my more important units.
The people you want to keep, yeah.
Yeah. Not that I'm going to be trying to actively kill this boy, you know, but
Sacrificial lamb.
yeah, right. I think we could also give Abel an Iron Lance too. That'd probably be
So
wise.
just send Cedar on the shopping run.
Yeah, and then bring her back in.
Back with a
Couple of Iron
Cornetto
Lances.
tomorrow.
Check. I don't need anything else for anyone else. I don't think. No, I'm happy to keep Jagan with his Silver Lance. I don't want to get him an Iron one as well.
Does Gordon have a steel bow from the get-go?
He does. Yeah, he gets both bows. I'm not really sure why.
For you to give it to the eventually good archer unit?
Maybe. I think Caster comes with a steel bow as well. I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'm kind of umming and ahhing about picking up the Iron Lance for Jagan now. Like now I've said it.
I mean, is it that big of a deal?
No, not really. At least it shouldn't be, right? So I want Abel to be fighting this turn. So I'm not going to go and get him that lance just yet, because Cedar can come forward. I think I want Abel to get this kill. Because he only does 7 with the sword anyway, so get him to chip another unit for someone else to kill it brings about the same problem of who gets the kill, so... Guaranteed kill as well, 100 hit.
I like how much that pirate reacted to that. hit.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll
So
die.
how much damage? So he took 2. So I feel okay doing that. I'm likely to get hit anyway, so I'm going to get him out of the forest. It's only 10 avoid anyway, and he's only taking 2, so I'm not worried about that too much. And then I'm probably going to bring in and give the kill to Marth.
Nice.
No, that's Gordon. I don't need to use the Rapier either. Very good.
Is this remake generally liked?
Yeah, I think people are generally happy with this. If I move Jagan here, it's not going to open up Gordon to it. Yes, it is. Okay, so he's probably going to go and attack Gordon.
Uh-oh.
Ah, no, he's not. I always forget about Kane.
Poor Kane.
Perfect. Okay, so he should be putting a lot of. If anyone else goes to him, we can get more setups. Oh, nice dodge. 60% of the time, every time.
Nice dodge, Marth.
Yeah, what a great lord. He's probably like the most average lord in the history of the series.
But Mike, you said there are no great lords in this game.
God, you're so lame. Can she actually
Special
get this
delivery.
kill with the wing spear? She can. Does the Iron Lance also double? It does, but she doesn't get the kill.
Mhm.
I think I'm going to use the wing spear to pick the kill up.
Did you not chip a bit with Gordon to then get the kill?
Oh, I could, yeah. Preserve wing spear uses. Especially because there's only these 3 I've got to worry about right now. There's also markedly less enemies on this map than there is in H5. Like,
No, really, they just throw extra enemies.
Yeah, and obviously they buff the stats up, so Pirates are level 1, I believe, on H5 they're level 3. They've got much more inflated stats.
Well, all your
I
units
still
are like
have to
I
double to do it. Does the Javelin have higher might? The Javelin has higher might, but less hit. Hmm. I could just
multiple
wing spear
people with-
once. I could just wing spear once.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. I think it's more beneficial. See, look, yeah, and this is even though she's, as far as I'm aware, sort of Kanto. She can't move after making the attack, which
Yeah.
is a big sad.
What kind of things can she move after?
Trading.
that's nice,
they couldn't move after visiting the house, could they? She couldn't do
No.
that. So it's just regular old Kanto. Which is kind of sad, because after playing with enhanced Kanto in other games, you get used to it.
Yeah, you do.
Cool.
Sure.
Good level up for Abel. Strength,
Very nice.
skill, speed, and defense. Good start, good start. So we can set up another kill for Marth here, I think. So that takes him down to 6. Yeah, nice. Oh,
Attack Draug.
yeah. Ah, you suck. That's lame. Sorry, I can bring in Kane as backup. Oh, it's not going to be enough to set up unless I use the Lance. Ah, 80%. Ugh. Alright, we're good.
Okay.
Right.
Could be
good.
worse.
Could definitely be worse. I mean, I know we don't have the healer yet, but there are like a couple of forts on the way, so you can pick up free healing. I will say, like, for what they give you, this first map is incredibly well designed.
Yeah.
So we've got there's a fort here, sort of like to let you take on the second wave of enemies as you get there, which is nice. Bacon can hit that guy. I think I'm gonna let him come to us though, because then this guy should come and attack Draug. Shouldn't attack Abel. Oh yeah, and he wouldn't attack Jagan. Why would you attack Jagan when there's someone not sitting on a fort getting avoid bonuses?
Oh.
There you go. Alright.
Although they're still within range for a javelin from. Although would it kill them if Jagan threw a javelin at any of them?
I don't think so. Yeah, no. Not quite. Lots of damage.
That's good then.
But there, you see, like, Gordon can use the steel bow. He's got 15 more hit for 1 less damage.
Hmm.
Like, this is why Gordon is actually okay for the first chapter, because bows are so much easier to use than javelins. At least
He's
until
a
you start.
support.
Yeah, exactly. He is entirely designed to set things up for his friends.
What a nice character.
I see another kill for Cedar. Well, not another, an actual. No, it is another. I did just get killed with her last turn.
Yeah. Because you used the wing spin, didn't you?
Yeah. I think most of this playthrough is just going to be me complaining that it's regular Kanto and not enhanced. That does
Why
make me...
can't I move?
Yeah, attack is committing to a move. It does make me sad. Right, so she's going to get attacked by this guy. More than likely. Give this one to Draug. I'll see if I can give this one to Draug so he doesn't fall too far behind.
This is where he misses again.
Yeah. It's just base hit. So if I wasn't sitting on the fort, that would have been a 95 hit for the pirate.
Oh, good thing he didn't live.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was sitting on a fort anyway, so he's going to get the heal. I don't mind too much. I'll probably move him into the forest, actually. Bait him in to attack Marth rather than Cedar. I want to keep Cedar's hit points. Kane's only got 8 left, and there's no vulneraries, so I'm going to keep him out of range.
You can maybe swap him out on the
Oh,
fort.
he's gonna
for
attack
Draug
Cedar
on
anyway.
downfield. They can hear you, Mike.
Yeah, they can. Well, this is where sort of the difficulty comes in, is because in FE1, bad guys were programmed to go after the Lord, sort of no matter what.
Yeah.
Whereas now they look at he's getting easy kills and trying to take you out of the map. Which is actually, like, I think it's a massive improvement. Let's move Abel.
Yeah, definitely.
I want Cedar to kill this guy because she'll get to level 2 because it's 30 XP per kill. That leaves him on exact... No, I want to do it with Gordon. Move Abel first. I can go for that archer. I can go with Jagan first and then finish with Abel. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Ugh, come on, really? Sensitive keys. Silver Lance down to 4. There we go.
It's not quite a DSD.
Oh, come on, that was a 97. What is that? awful.
That's like when like an enemy with a 1% crit chance
Crits
wipes
you
you out.
I'm not happy about that at all. But so I don't know if you noticed there, but Jagen's Iron Sword would have done exactly the same as Abel's. They do actually have the same strength value. The only reason he's so good at the start and moving on into the next chapters is the Silver Lance. Obviously, his stats are a bit different. You know, he's got more skill, more defense. He's got 6 res as opposed to 0, which means he's better for taking on mages. But we don't encounter those for a couple chapters yet. I can now set this up for Cedar to one hit with the Iron Lance rather than waste a double. Gordon will eventually level up if he gets 10 XP per sort of like hit he does. I don't need to worry too much. Yeah, it's okay. 30 for the kill though.
Classic sound.
HP, skill, speed, luck. Nice.
Nice.
Decent. Her speed growth is insane. Like she will almost always get a point of speed. I think it's like 80%.
So that's why she stays doubling for like the whole game.
Yeah, because she grows and she. I'm gonna leave Marth out. I don't basically when Reese comes along, I don't want him to have to heal everybody. Like, as far as anyone's concerned, Reese is a walking heal staff. Like his growths are terrible. His base stats are terrible. He's a healer. You don't ever put him in range anyway. Oh, she can kill that guy. I probably don't want to take another killer. She's already level 2. Can I set this up for... Yeah, I might be able to set up a kill with Drog's Javelin. If I use Kane to set it up, because then he's then...
Wait, can Drog even reach?
Yeah. Yeah. His last blue tile was where Jagen is.
Oh, okay. Oh, and move, yeah.
Yeah. I move Jagen down, visit some of the houses.
Galder? That's the harbour town west of Talis, out beyond the water. That's some good lore there. These days, a pirate by the name of Gamer? Or Goma?
Gamer the pirate. Gamer the pirate, hell yeah.
At the mercy of his crew. Gamer the pirate is a sick name.
I fucking love that. Right, so that's a bit of foreshadowing for next chapter. Where do you think we're going after chapter 1?
Oh, I wonder.
Oh, 65. I don't like relying on a 65 to hit that.
Sometimes you've got to take risks.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really negatively impact me too much if he misses.
Got him. See, that's why we take those risks.
Yeah. Because the payoff was the payoff was so much higher than the risk. Not that either were particularly great.
Low stake, low rewards.
This is how we play FE, boys. Oh, she's got a basket. Oh, there's wine. She's got wine.
Well, she's on it. A man of the staff by the name of Reese lives in the village south of the castle. He was hoping, without a G, to meet your prince.
Hoping to meet your prince.
You were hoping to meet your prince.
Loving it.
Oh no.
Don't be so worried. Our man's Jagen has got this.
If they die, they die.
Yeah. Also, you notice that Jagen gets less XP per hit than the other guys. He gets 8 XP per hit.
Oh, really?
As opposed to 10.
It's sort of like
it's a subtle hint to remind you that he's not quite as worth it to put points into as anyone else.
But don't bother.
Pretty much. Yeah, I want him to be where Cedar is. So I'm gonna... I think, yeah, Draw can actually get a level up out of this. If he hits.
Go, Draw, go.
Get him. Yeah, boy.
Yes! He's our golden goose.
Yeah. Yeah. It's alright. He got a point of strength. He got strength. Strength's fine. I was kind of hoping for a bit of HP, but that's fine. He's got 11 defense, so
Yeah.
Right, so Abel really needs to get out of there. He's one hit away from death. So I think... Oh, let's not do that.
Loop de loop.
And then, hang on, if he would attack, come down and attack. Okay, so it's 4 each. So Jagan's okay to take a few more hits. So I can set this up for Kane to roll in, and then pull Abel back to the fort that Kane is currently sat on. Yeah, perfect.
Very nice. I like their faceless models.
Eyes? What eyes? People don't have eyes. Oh shit, can he still hit that? Ooh, yuck. I'm just gonna pull Martha in front. Yeah. Martha is also now in range to pick up the village when that pirate eventually moves.
Nice.
See if it's gonna move up. Gordon comes in to assist. It doesn't go for Martha, yeah, he wants to set up Kane for one of his buddies. Not that there's any buddies left. Not that there's any buddies left, of course.
We are. The future buddies.
We've got. Well, it's just Gazak left after this dude.
Gazak, mate. Sitting there on your own.
It's 1% crit. Do not crit. Good lad. Alright, and then...
Well done for being completely average.
Let's... Oh no, I want to get Reese this turn, so let's not get the kill with Marth. We'll just pick it up with Kane. No chance to miss. Perfect.
There we go.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah, not great. Skill is okay on these guys, but it's really nothing to write home about. Oh wow, that is like... Old. Yeah. I'm old.
A humble curate. I cannot fight, but this staff I carry can heal your wounded.
Real quick, before you carry on, have you noticed how intense this music is for just talking to a priest in a village?
Yeah, talking to Reese.
This is Reese's theme.
Take me with you and you'll be very glad you did.
He'll be very glad.
I love this song though. This is one of my favourite Fire Emblem songs.
Yeah, sick. Fire Emblem just nails the music so much more often than not.
In Smash, that song is called Story 5 Meeting, but this is like chapter 1 of like the first game.
Yeah, I don't know too much about that, right? So Abel can sit there because he's on a fort and can still reach. How does Jagan do in combat? Not great.
Let's not
do that. So this is why we bought those javelins at the beginning. Next time we're going to set up our many javelin users to just walk up there and hit this guy really hard.
I love when it's just like the boss left and they won't leave their little fucking fort. You just take as many turns as you want. The might of Altia, you say now? Oh, ye Sprogs look to be a mite short and mighty to me.
Loving it.
Whoa!
Here we go. And it begins.
Go, Jagan. No!
It's basically because nobody can survive combat with this guy. I'm not even going to waste that. That's a 3% chance. Oh, fuck it. No, let's just do it.
Oh.
This is awful. I'm going to get Reese to go and heal Jagan. Just in case I have to resort to sword combat with this guy. Come on, Gordon. Be useful, please.
56. Come on.
Yeah! No, I'm pretty sure the fort's going to heal all of that, so I could have waited.
Aw.
And how does... I'm guessing Kane also gets murdered, right? Oof. Yeah, not... 84 hit, though. What I can do is I can leave him there on white, and then have Gazak fight him and takes the 4 damage.
Yeah.
And I can switch him out with Jagan. Drag presumably also gets... Yeah, no. That's not happening. I'm not even going to risk Marth. Oh, yeah, look at that. All that damage wasted.
Whoa.
Yeah, brutal, right? Right.
This is a tough map 1 boss.
Especially because he's also sat on a fort, being a dick.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fort, it'd be pretty easy.
Come on, guys, chip in and do some fucking damage. Ah. How does Jagan do in combat? So he only does 4 as well. What I'm gonna have to do...
Does he do any more without the sword?
Oh, yeah, I could try and get a Silver Lance hit in, but it's not likely to happen.
Oh, you can heal him now, okay.
Yeah.
For a second I thought you just killed Jagan. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, I'm not. It's next level fucking strats. So he heals 6 off the fort. I need some of these javelins to start hitting.
Yeah, it would be ideal, wouldn't it?
Ugh.
For God's sake, Gazak.
He's too good. He's got skills. What are we gonna do about it?
There we go. We're gonna just waste all our javelins, hurling them in.
Well, you don't take... weapons durability doesn't go down if you don't hit, so...
Oh, really? That's good then.
Yeah, as you see, Abel's still got all his hits. Sheeda's only used 1. But Little Gordon, on his 56 hit, has actually hit every shot.
Good on you, Gordon.
So the sword won't, but the lance will, but it's a 60%. And it sets me up for death. So what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna heal up Jagan. I'm gonna have him equip the lance. Oh, he's got it equipped already. Nice. I'm gonna leave him there. And hopefully Gazak initiates combat. Then Jagan gets the hit. And then I can set that up for someone to finish him off.
Who are you thinking?
I'm not sure yet.
What level's Marth?
You can check. He's still... Marth could get the kill for sure.
That'd be a nice,
he's
nice
on 2. Yeah, I like that. Oh, it's an 82. Oh, I don't like that. That's not good. Does the Rapier fare any better?
You could just leave him there.
I could, but he'll heal up. No, but he'll heal up.
Oh, yeah, true.
Alright, so let's go and heal Marth, just in case this fails. Just in case this doesn't work. And he doesn't die in a round of combat. He'll die in 2 instead. Same either way, so... Come on, Marth, don't suck. Yeah!
Yeah!
Nice.
You'll pay, dog!
Nice.
Rip.
Oof, that is not a good first level up for Marth. That's a taunt right there.
Got a vulnerary now.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, it's going, okay.
Yeah, map 1 complete.
Love it.
Now we get to meet. Yeah, now we get to meet the King of Talos.
Oh, you have saved us in our hour of need. Please accept my thanks. I like his crown. Lad, I believe you are ready. If you wish to seek out allies in Aurelis, I will give you what soldiers I can to see you arrive there safely. Captain Ogma is a fine swordsman, brave and true. I know he and his fighters will serve you well. Another thing, during your travels, you are certain to meet many who despise Dollar. Is Dollar, right?
Yeah, Dollar's it's the current bad guy. So Gra was ancient bad guy.
Yeah.
Dollar is current.
Is Dollar like the mage-looking dude?
What?
Like ugly skin? Or was that Gra?
No, their names are
You know what
countries,
I mean?
dude.
No, those are the countries.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Is that country the mage-looking dude? Some may be hiding in villages. Others may have been captured or forced to fight against their will or better judgment.
So the king is just going to casually explain recruitment to us.
It falls upon you to find these individuals and press the action button to interact with them. Understood, lad? Then go. The time has come. Be patient, steady, strong. I know you'll do great things.
It's like that scene in the tutorial for Conker's Bad Fur Day where they try and explain context sensitive to him. And he just gives him a hangover cure.
Like how Marth said nothing during that interaction.
Right. Good stuff.
Gouda.
Right, so that brings us to the end of our first episode. We will be
Yeah,
back whenever, or how about right now? But
that works out nicely.
it does, doesn't it?